Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, this is, sadly, the 10th and final episode of Red Dead Redemption with Pacman. Now, because of this, I'm going to give you all a brief period of silence to either go, "Aw," because you're sad it's the final episode, or "Yay," because you're glad that there are going to be no more episodes of this because you think my voice is too annoying. Anyway, if you've gotten that out of the way, now, what am I gonna do for the final episode of Red Dead Redemption with Pacman? Well, because today is May 18th, 2011, and yes, I actually got my date right, a year since the game was released in North America, it just so happens that on May 18th, 2011, in my district, it is in the middle of National Police Week. You heard me right, National Police Week. And you know that the code for Red Dead Redemption was Outlaws to the End? Well, guess what? In this episode, I'm going to do the exact opposite. Instead of being an outlaw to the end, I'm going to be a lawman to the end and clean up the Wild West of any crime or of any renegade activity I can find. So, isn't that wacky? I'm going against every single type of brotherhood law that John Marston made with his entire gang. So, isn't that crazy for my final episode? Well, what I did right here was that I patrolled Armadillo up and down in my martial outfit because in the Wild West, before the cars with police sirens, the walkie-talkies, the people with their high-flying badges, there were the United States Marshals. The people you did not want to mess with. If you did anything bad around them, you would be rotten in jail or you would have an appointment with the rope. There were good marshals and there were bad marshals. And in here, I'm going to try to be a good marshal. This is the marshal outfit and it can only be unlocked in order to be obtained after you complete the last mission, the last enemy that shall be destroyed. And in order to get it, it says you have to complete all the US gang hideouts in less than 24 hours. But really, there are no gang hideouts in West Elizabeth, so it could have just said complete all of the New Austin gang hideouts in less than 24 hours, and that's in game time, of course, because if it was in real day, it would be a piece of cake. So there I'm marking, showing you all the different gang hideouts. There's Twin Rocks, there's Tumbleweed, Gaptooth Breach, let's see, Fort Mercer, and Pike's Basin. So I'm going to just go around and complete all of those gang hideout missions. So yeah, I'm going to destroy each type of criminal set up at its base. So what I did there was show you all the weapons I have, because in order, I think, to go around all these gang hideouts and complete them less than 24 hours in game time is, I believe, one of the things that really helps is to get the best rounded weapons you can get in the game. So here I've selected the Evans Rapier, which is just great because it has 22 bullets for each round. The Mauser pistol, which is the best sidearm because it has, here I am in Twin Rocks, it's the same as in the first episode, rescuing the rancher's daughter. So yeah, I have the Mauser pistol, which has 15 bullets per round. And for shotguns, well, shotguns really aren't that important because they're just for close range, and really you have to decide between the pump-action shotgun because it has 6 bullets per round, or the semi-auto shotgun because it has, let's see, the semi-auto shotgun because you can fire bullets rapidly, but then again, it only has 5 bullets per round. But I don't think you could actually go around with a double-barrel shotgun or sawed-off shotgun, which only have 2 bullets per round, and complete all these gang hideouts on that. So, let's see, is there anything else? Weapons you can throw don't really matter that much unless you just want to look, you know, like a total awesome person, with, you know, by throwing fire, or blowing people up with dynamite, or sticking throwing knives or tomahawks into people's faces. So yeah, there you go, well, there we go, just squared. Twin Rocks complete. So that's one gang hideout done, and this is where you should always, I believe, start the gang hideouts, because if you want to spawn an armadillo, also it's a good no, if you want to start this in armadillo, and also you're probably going to want to buy a bandoiler, which doubles the capacity of bullets for a weapon, and let's see, is there anything else? Oh yeah, also, I got my war horse here, which is the fastest and toughest mount in the game. Also, having a good horse can, determine whether or not you can get to all these gang hideouts in time. Of course, horses are the main form of transportation in this game, and it's not like, though, that you have to have one of the top-tier horses in order to get from gang hideout to gang hideout. Like, you don't absolutely need an American Standardbred, a Hungarian Half-Bred, or a Kentucky Saddler in order to get to all of these gang hideouts. Just have anything at the level of a Cleveland Bay, or above the level of a Cleveland Bay, or even a horse even a little bit below the level of a Cleveland Bay, and you'll probably be okay. But avoid the jaded Lustiano nags or those types of horses, the sickly looking horses, because they're slow speed and they probably won't get you there on time. Plus, common sense, I believe, in the game would say that you're not going to get to each gang hideout on time less than 24 hours, likely galloping on a mule. So yeah, I'm just riding to Tumbleweed. In the eyes of a ranger, somebody runs around on a black and white horse with golden weapons, starring Chuck Norris, the most overrated, awesome person in cinema. Seriously, all this stuff about Chuck Norris. You know what I think? I thought that Indiana Jones is more advanced than Chuck Norris. I think that Godzilla, all the characters in this game, John Marston, the Marshal, Landon Ricketts, a lot of people, I believe, are more advanced than Chuck Norris. Bruce Lee, let's see, Bruce Lee, Clint Eastwood, Lee Van Cleef. There are a lot of people I can think of that are more awesome than Chuck Norris. Sergeant Reznov, Captain Price, Soap Mactavis, Mason, you name them all, but that's not an insult, though, Chuck Norris. Maybe one day I will get extremely interested in all of your movies. They look pretty cheesy and over the top, and that's why I think I'll like them. So here I am at Tumbleweed. Ouch. Getting off Mount Fail. So, go over there, shoot all these guys in the head with my Evans repeater. This appears to be a long mission because you gotta clear out an entire friggin' ghost town full of criminals. It can be a little tricky, but considering what types of weapons you have, it's not gonna really be that long. This spot I hate, though, because you're surrounded by all sides of... There goes a criminal. Bang him right in the... Nah, I've said that too many times. How about pow, right in the rib or the neck, like he just got... That's gotta hurt. There's also a lot of cases where sometimes you just use Deadeye and just shoot without even marking the targets, like Deadeye level 1. I do that a lot recently with gang hideouts like this. So let's see, is there anything else? Also, here's Dynamite. Dynamite is probably the only cases where something like this can come handy, while some parts in Gaptooth Breach sometimes, and as you can see, I'm going all around squirming, going side to side in order to avoid all these bullets, like Indiana Jones. All you have to do is swerve and move fast, and no enemy will hit you, despite the fact that the target is still there, just moving a little bit rapidly. So I take out the manhole, go over there, and you know how the last gang hideout was Walton's gang and Gaptooth Breach is like miners and Fort Mercer is treasure hunters? Well, these people I think are just your average criminals. They're not cattle rustlers or Walton's gang or anything like that. Those two people are in the basement, I think. Wait, no, is one of them up? Ugh. Now, if you're wondering why my voice sounds a little different, it's because I'm recording this after I record the footage and put it into my editing software so that I would have a better time thinking about what I want to say and not having to pay attention to all of the game action at the same time, because then again I could get distracted and say things that don't come out right. That basement there, you're probably going to want to get a shotgun for that because it's hard and it's fairly easy to die there since one of them has, I think, a sawn-off shotgun. So we're like probably a third way through. Also, there's this other gang hideout called Solomon's Folly, which you do not have to complete Solomon's Folly, even in the PS3 version, in order to get the Marshall outfit, because it's PS3's exclusive. And if you're wondering why I was jumping up, I got to $80,000. Yes, $80,000 friggin' dollars. Then I jump, call my horse, even run while you're on the paths, because better to run and make speed and distance rather than just wait for your horse to get here. So, come on, Nightmare, where are you? Come on, Nightmare, where are you? Gaptooth Breed Fall. What the? You're not Nightmare! Who are you, and what have you done with Nightmare? Ah, great, I've got to go back and get my friggin' deed. I don't think he probably was killed in the combat, but since I like to have a light-hearted endings with my horses, I like to believe, I don't know, maybe Nightmare just got lost. So where are you, Nightmare? Horse deeds are infinite, meaning that you cannot only use the deed one time, you can just select the deed over and over and over again, and you'll still get the same horse. So once you get a horse deed, you can use that horse pretty much all the time. So yeah. Just riding through, and those two people bumped into me for a reason. And also as a dare, I'm going to do all the random encounters that you would usually involve a lawman's help, or in this case, a marshal. So here, young lady, get on my horse, and I'm going to travel, and I'm going to escort her safely to Armadillo. Let's see. I was wondering, like, were marshals have higher authority than sheriffs? Because from what I've read, sheriffs have, let's see, sheriffs have more authority but less justification. I think that's what it's called. Ah, dang it! Ah, did she die? Oh no, oh, you freaking criminals! Look what you did, you know what you did, that is so terrible. It's people like you that the Wild West is such a dangerous place. Oh good, we still have hope. Come on, get back on my horse. Well, it's usually not like that. So anyway, I'm gonna escort her safely back to Armadillo again. Riding through the desert like Texas Walker Ranger, but I just made that joke. And I kind of hate that in these escort missions. It's always like the player riding behind your horse is forced to be like the human shield, because it's never like she can get anywhere else. She's behind you, so when the bandits come at you at behind, like they are going to now, it's like she has to be the human shield, so she'll get killed. Oh no! No! No, you killed her! Oh, you dirty, rotten scoundrels! You rebel scum! You killed her! I'm trying to make the Wild West a safer place, and you all keep insisting on murdering innocent civilians. I'm gonna gun you all down. I'm just gonna skip all of you going to court and facing the gallows. Yeah, that's right. You take that. Yeah, justice has been served for them murdering that innocent woman. Cowards. Just flat-out cowards. That brave young woman had to be sacrificed so that I could continue on my journey to clean up crime in the Wild West. So depressing. So I'm heading over to Gaptooth Breach, and I should be aware of cougars in this area, because cougars are the most annoying, the most dangerous animals possible in the game, because cougars have the same amount of strength as bears have, but with cougars, they're smaller, and they run, and they're so fast. Like, cougars are faster than any possible horse you can get in the game, and one hit from a cougar, your horse dies, and two hits from a cougar, your player dies. But the fact that, because cougars are so quick, when cougars knock you to the ground because of one hit, they'll show no remorse. They'll just finish you off as you're on the ground. So once you get hit by a cougar, you're dead. You might as well consider yourself dead. You're screwed. So here I am at Gaptooth Breach. I'm just slaughtering all these people, and I use my sniper rifle to take out a big man over there who kind of reminds me of Pig Joss from Red Dead Revolver. Running low on health, just put 2 bullets into his brain. Let's see. Headshot. Killing spree. Pancakes. And yes, this comedy is completely unwritten. So anyways, I'm just gonna go into this mine entrance, and a shotgun is pretty useful in this area because pretty much every single last miner that you encounter is gonna be facing you, just like, I don't know, a few feet away, and as you see there, you can shoot all of these TNT barrels, TNT crates, and even the lanterns, and you only